Oh, hello. I was just waiting for this to like go live. Woo. Oh, here we are. Hello. I was waiting for this thing to pop on. How are you? I'm at Cafe Amazon. I am drinking a premium iced tea. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like, say, Cafe Amazon. It's like red tea mixed with like a creamy, not really a condensed milk, but something similar to that. It's pretty good. It's like $1.90. As I have on the title, I'm lazy. I know I've shot lives before from this mall, but I don't really care. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Lily's in the house. Hey, Lily. Lily, can you hear me? I hope that the volume is good. I'm attempting to fix this problem that I've been having. So let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Hey, hello from Canada. What's up, D-tuber at work? I'm trying to fix my my drink here. But yeah, like I said, I'm lazy. I was gonna go to another location and do a live, like an outdoorsy kind of thing. But it's hot today, guys. Like, get this next week. And yes, I'm live from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, in case you guys don't know me. Next week, we're gonna hit 99 degrees. I feel like I'm back in Florida, bro. It's gonna be 99. Today it's 96. What's the difference? 3? Yeah. Yeah, we're good? Cool. Not bad volume? Okay. Good, 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 good. I hope not. I hope not. I found out the reason the volume was sucking the last 2 live streams, because I tried everything. I thought it was the apps. I thought it was like the internal workings of the phone. It was none of that. It was actually the speaker on the bottom of your phone, the speakers. There's like 2 on each side. Well, there's one on this side, one on this side. My one on the right was almost completely clogged, which was giving that underwater sound. So I went to, they have a place out here called Eye Repair. And yeah, they speak good English out there, guys. So if you ever need your smartphone repaired, they work on all kinds of makes and models. They work on laptops. These dudes will hook you up, man. So I went there Tuesday, told them about the problem. They listened to the last live stream and they're like, okay, yeah, we know what it is. I was like, oh, thank God. So, you know, I sat around for about 3 hours. They were doing a diagnostic on the phone and they said, yeah, it's the speakers on the bottom. We're going to take it apart. We're going to clean them thoroughly, put it back together, and if it's the port, we'll have to order the charging port. They didn't think it was that. So I got out of there with clean speakers for $30. So yeah, it did cost $30, but that's not bad. You know, I was expecting more money to fix my iPhone because I thought, well, shit, if it's not gonna work, I'm gonna end up having to spend money on a phone, which you can buy one out here. It's not super expensive. You won't get an iPhone out here. I haven't really found any locations that sell iPhones. I think there's a few, but they're super expensive. Like, it's not a thing out here. People don't own iPhones in Cambodia. They own other phones. I haven't even seen Galaxies or anything like that. I mean, there's no American phones out here. It's all like Chinese, right? So stuff gets shipped in from China or maybe Japan. Like, their big phones, I can't even pronounce the brand. One of them is Oppo, O-P-P-O. But I know some expats out here that actually bought brand new smartphones. And I mean, they're big. Like, mine's a little teeny iPhone SE. Theirs is like this freaking big. Like, think of the newest iPhones, the real big ones. You can get those all day long out here. Their brand, no more than $150 brand new. So I was like, well, worst case scenario, I have to give up my iPhone, my beloved iPhone, I will get one of those for 150 bucks. But I ended up not having to do it. But one day I might, because this phone is 4 years old. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, but yeah, this live stream's for you. It's not about me. I know I talk, I ramble on. I just wait for people to come on the stream. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Tammy. I am an expat from Orlando, Florida. All hail Orlando. USA, USA. No, I moved out of there 3 years ago. I live now in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We're actually at one of the malls here in Phnom Penh. This is the capital, in case you don't know, this is the capital city of Cambodia. And even though I left the United States 3 years ago, going on 4, I was traveling the first 2 years, and then I settled down in Cambodia. So this last year, I've actually been like stationary in this city. And these live streams, like I said, is for you to see what it's like to live out here and to ask your questions, you know. Because what I do is I personally help people move out here. I do have a website that assists people. So, you know, I just want to get you set up, get your boots on the ground, find you an apartment. If you got questions on your visa, which one to come in on, all that jazz, health insurance. I can point you in the right direction, and I can save you a lot of headache and a lot of stress and a lot of time, because I've already gone through it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what my services are on my website, nextstepunknown.me. And that's why I do these live streams, because I want to show you what it's like to be out here. And then if you have any questions, and you just ask me, you're like, hey, you know, what's the cost of living? How much is an apartment? Blah, 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 blah. And then that's what I do. So while I'm sipping tea. So don't be shy. Ask your questions. No question is a bad question. No question is stupid, you know, because once upon a time I was in your shoes. If you've never traveled, if you've never even been out of your hometown, and you're just curious, you're like, well, what is it like out in Cambodia? What is the cost of living? You know, ask. Definitely ask. That's what this live stream's all about, is for you to ask and for me to answer. Now, I'm not the all-seeing eye, but I do try to answer the best I can. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know everything, but I can at least answer most of your questions. So we'll just go there, okay? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the phone and show you some of this mall. Again, we're in Cambodia. But you would swear by looking at this mall that you were in a Western country, like, let's say, the United States. This is it's 2 levels and ground floor. I call it a triple decker, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to flip the phone. As you can see, there's a Japanese place across there. Dazo. Everything is $2 in there. You know how we got everything for $1? It's $2. Hey, Renee, welcome in. Yeah, you're going to be here tomorrow? Girl. Burger boy. Get yourself a burger boy, Renee, when you get here. Okay, United Till I Die. Hello. Asked, heard Cambodia's cost of living is low. Is it true? Absolutely true. Let me put this back down so I'm not shaking the phone all over the place. Absolutely true. Now, could you live in other places like Vietnam, maybe Malaysia, and get it cheaper? Yeah, you can. You're looking all crazy. Now, remember, cities cost more than being out in the sticks, right? But you get more conveniences in the city for the cost of living, right? I mean, it's like anywhere, even in the United States. So, for instance, give you an example. I have a pension of $812 a month, and that's what I live on. I don't spend no more than $6 to $6.50 a month, and I put the rest of that money away in savings and investments. So technically, I'm living on $650 a month, all in. I'm talking rent, utilities, my cell phone, transportation, groceries, and entertainment, like being here at the mall. Now, if I want little extra stuff, like today I did go out and splurge because I have money stashed away. You know, it's not part of my cost of living, but I've been looking and looking for a pair of shoes, girl. Let me tell you what. I found my new favorite store. H&M is really good out here, but I found another one that's called Decathlon. I know it's like a sport. It's like Dick's Sporting Goods back in the States. Oh my God, they have got everything in there. Super comfortable clothes, you know, that's sweat proof, that whisks away sweat and everything. I'm gonna go back and get me some of that because you need it out here. Like it's getting hot, guys. It's sweaty, it's hot. So you want some clothes that will whisk away the sweat off your body. But then again, I needed some shoes. I've been having one pair of shoes the whole time I've lived out here because that's just me. But I was like, they're getting old. So I bought these. Just show you this. Nice foam. I mean, it's sort of like a hard plastic, but $15, man. $15 at the store. Plus you can sign up for their points program. And I like doing stretchy arm stuff and leg stuff, so I got one of these for $3. Well, actually, yeah, it was $3 because my other one broke. So yeah, anyway, not even 20 bucks out the door. But man, I wanted to spend more money, but I was like, hold on. I saw some really nice, like, strappy bras I wanted to get. I saw some really thin, nice t-shirts and, you know, pants I wanted to get. I was like, oh my God. I was like a kid in a factory. I was like, if I only had about another $100 to blow. But I like to budget my money accordingly. But you can still do it. I mean, you can live out here on the cheap. You can put your excess money away. And then you can go splurge and have a shopping day. And then, like I said, I went and I got this premium milk tea for $1.90 at the Cafe Amazon in the mall. All right. Okay, let's go back to your comments. Lily says, I have to renew my passport. It's expired since 2019. Oh my gosh, Lily. Yeah, it should be easy to do that. I would think that's okay. I'm sorry this phone's shaking. Let me try to hold it still. But as you can see, we got 3 levels. I think after the live stream, I'm going to jump up on the 3rd floor. That's where all the food's at. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a Burger Boy. I don't know. We'll see. Something delicious. Something delicious. But yeah, Renee, my gosh, you're going to be here tomorrow. What time are you coming in tomorrow? Inquiring minds want to know. As soon as you get settled in and you're comfortable with your surroundings, let me know when you're ready to start looking for your apartment. We'll get you hooked up, okay? We'll get going on that. I'm just waiting for you to get here, get settled, and just be ready. I know you got a month in your Airbnb, so we have a little time to go. It's all good. No rush. Okay, Lily, renewing your passport. Are you still in the States, Lily? Or yeah, Lily. Are you still in the United States? I hear that you can renew your passport online if you're in the United States. And I think it's easy. I don't know. I've never done it. When I was on the road, my passport was getting ready to expire. I was within an 8-month validity period. But I happened to be in Poland at the time. I was in Krakow, Poland. And I went ahead and renewed my passport there at the U.S. Embassy. And they were good, man. I got it done within a week, and they gave me my passport back. Because I heard from other YouTubers, and they're right, that it's actually quicker to renew your passport being on the road at different embassies than it is to actually do it in the United States. Like, it may take you a month to get your thing renewed and get your passport back because, ain't nobody in a hurry back in the United States. Back to your questions. Okay, Renee, you say I arrive at 5 p.m. or so tomorrow. Okay, cool. Cool. Let me know when you jump in if you think about it. Ellie's like, yeah. Yeah. Now, here's another thing. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if this is true. God help us all. I hope it's not. But there's another thing I saw recently. Another YouTuber was reporting about how the airports, the TSA agents out there are pretty much striking in certain airports across the United States because I guess there's another government shutdown and they're part of the government and they're not getting paid. They haven't been paid for a month. I mean, half of their workforce is quitting. I mean, wouldn't you if you didn't get paid for a month? Or they're calling in sick and they're not coming in. And they said that like the lines in immigration are pretty much out the door. Like they were naming some locations. There was one in Texas airports. I don't know if it was the main airport. And then there was one in Louisiana they were having problems with. And they said it's going to cause a ripple effect across the United States. And not only that, but connecting flights going in and out of the United States. And I was like, oh shit. Not that I have a flight anytime soon, but you know, I'm like, I hope they get their act together in 6 months because that's when my flight is back to the United States, and I have two connecting flights. Yeah, two. I was just thinking about it. Like, I'm flying from here in Phnom Penh to Hong Kong, and then Hong Kong to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles to Orlando. And I was like, oh my God. And they say when people are missing their connecting flights, they're not getting paid or reimbursed for those flights. And I'm like, oh man, why? Why is our government always shutting down and causing all these problems? And they don't want to pay their government workers while they're shut down. I'm like, thinking to myself, and these are the people that work immigration and security, like security is supposedly the most important part of the airport, right? So if they have nobody there working, I mean, you know, that makes the airplane a little unsafe, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Let me get back to your comments here. You can check out the fun at the mall. Hello, Mustafa. Mustafa's in the house. Hi, Mustafa. What's up? What's up? We're at the Eon Mall, North location, Sensoc area, which is like, it's only a 20-minute drive from my house. This mall is actually closer to me than the one down south. I was lazy today. I was going to go out and shoot a live outside at a neat little restaurant, but I was like, I'm already here. I still got to do a little bit of grocery shopping because I spent like an hour looking at shoes inside the Decathlon, and I was like, screw it. I'm just going to get a tea and just like chill here in the Cafe Amazon and just hang out at the mall and shoot a live stream for you guys. You can see what's happening. Looks like a Western mall, right? Hey, Putty Cat's in the house. What's up? No how do you pronounce it? Aeropostale? No, Putty Cat. They don't have that kind of stuff. They do have Western stuff, though. You ever heard of Decathlon? They think they have one of those back in the United States. I just shopped there. That's sort of westernized. That's like all sporting goods, like sort of like Dick's Sporting Goods. I know. Dick's. But let me try to think of some Western names out here. They have H&M, not at this location, but there's another mall that's called Eon Mall, but it's down south of the city, and it has an H&M. You can buy, oh my gosh, New Balance. I think they have New Balance shoes out here. I'm trying to think of the name of those sneakers. Not Nike. There's some, maybe it is New Balance. I don't know. Anyway, they have brands out here. They do. And then they got their own stuff. And then they've got brands I've never even heard of. I mean, they have the fancy high-tech brands like, you want Gucci. They got Gucci. No Louis Vuitton, but I have seen Gucci. I have seen, I don't shop these brands. You know what I'm talking about. The high-end luxury brands, they have them here at the mall. So, yeah. All right, back to your comments. Y'all, baby. Oh, really, Renee? No shit. I didn't know that. Vietnam will be out of gas by April. China's not going to help them. Oh, wow. Well, so far so good. I haven't heard any problems out here. As you can see, everybody looks pretty chill. It's business as usual at the mall here. Look, I'm the only one here. Check this out. There's the guy that made my tea. Of course, this is, what is today? This is a Friday afternoon. It's going to start picking up more later this afternoon. It'll start getting more crowded. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, so I don't expect a whole bunch of people to be here. But yeah, like as you can see, that you can go get a massage here. So this lady, I mean, you can buy these chairs. They're like, okay. Okay. Are we back? I don't know. Let me know. Thumbs up if you can hear me or see me, but the Wi-Fi just went out. It just like went out. Lily says, sorry, Tammy, it don't make sense if I type. I guess it's auto type or something. Don't worry about it. Hey, Maven's in the house. Cool. Hi, Maven. What's up? What's up? Man, I'm telling you, I can't win for losing on these live streams anymore. I finally get my phone fixed for the speaker, but I can't. I switch between my 5G data and then I switch to the mall's Wi-Fi, and it keeps going in and out. So I apologize. If you guys are coming in, you're probably thinking, this chick don't know what the freak she's doing. It's not me, it's Cambodia, okay? I'm blaming it on Cambodia. Their Wi-Fi is not super steady. Anyway, Maven, yeah, I got your emails about the art thing going on. That'd be cool to check out. Be really cool to check out. I went to like a little art exhibit in one of these hotels earlier this week. Oh my God, this guy was really good. He's actually a Filipino. He's been living here in Phnom Penh for like 20 years. And his name's Mikey Santiago. I don't know if you guys are into the art scene, but he paints real life scenes, but I mean, puts like his own twist to it, but he paints what he sees here on the streets of Phnom Penh. He had some really good paintings, like you know how you see the women on the side of the road selling fruit or produce and they're on their cell phones. He had paintings of that and they were looking all cute and everything, and I said, oh my God. And I'm just saying, I wish I could paint like him, because his fruits be looking real, like so real you wanted to just take them out of the picture and eat them. He's really good. But yeah, let me get back to your comments as you check everything else out. You thought it was your Wi-Fi. Girl, it's always my Wi-Fi, not yours. Yeah, Putty Cat, we're back. T. Patrick's in the house. Hi. Lily says we're back. I know, guys, I am so sorry. It's blame it on Cambodia, okay? Just blame it on Cambodia. But yeah. I know these look real, but they're fake. But I love how they try. They try to decorate it real. Yeah, this is just a little Cafe Amazon in the mall. And if you guys are regulars, you probably recognize this mall. And you know there's 3 of them in here in the city. But this is the one up north in the Sensuk area. Sensuk. What is that? Oh, that place is expensive. Lock and Lock. Yeah, I don't shop there. Forget that. But Daisy's okay. I've shopped in there before. Oh, okay. You say you're in contact now to get invites for us to opening ceremony. Oh, cool. On March 24th? Yeah, let me know. I'd love to see the opening ceremony. I bet that would be awesome. I'm always looking for new art to check out because I'm into sketching now too, guys. I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, why? Why? Why is she into sketching? Because why not? I mean, when you're retired, you can do whatever the hell you want with your time, right? I feel like I'm the only Westerner here. I think I am. I don't see too many faces like mine out here. Perfect personalities. Hey, man. Or woman. I don't know. What's up, bro? Yeah, this is a nice mall. This is one of the main malls, the Eon malls in Phnom Penh. So you can see the food courts upstairs. That's all food and restaurants and cafes on the 3rd floor. Yuzo. I don't think I've eaten at the Yuzo house. I might try that. Hey, VF guys in the house. What's up? Welcome in. But yeah, the 3rd floor is all the food. I haven't even tried Burger Boy, but I'm not into burgers. I'm on the 2nd floor. You want to know what's the agenda for the weekend? Nothing. Absolutely not. Nada. Well, what I normally do, my weekends I like to stay home. I know I'm so fun, right? Unless I get invited to go somewhere, but most of the time I chill out. I do domestic stuff like, clean the house and run the laundry. I edit my next week's video. That's pretty much it. Just hang out, relax, I don't do much of anything. But anyway, what was I saying before all this shit went sour? I was talking about renewing my lease. Let me explain that. Yeah, my lease is up. I'm renewing it tomorrow with my landlady. I'm doing it for a year. Still at $330 a month. And she said to me, she offered this deal. She's like, if you can prepay me for 11 months in advance. Hey, thank you. I got a little sticker. Thank you. She goes, if you can pay 11 months in advance, I'll give you 1 month free on the lease. I was like, well, that's nice, but I really don't want to put out $3,300 or $3,500 up front. I mean, I suppose if I was a little richer, I could probably swing that and get a month off. I mean, that's sort of a good deal. But I was like, nah, so I'll still go month to month. I'm cool. I appreciate the offer, but no, can't do that. I gotta hang on to my cash, okay? Especially with me heading back to the United States in September. God only knows how much money I'm gonna bleed when I get out there. I don't know about the airport situation, if they're going to get their act together, if is the government going to pay all these people out there so that I can fly smoothly and get in and out of the country in September. That would be good news. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking, man, what if I get to LAX and everybody's on strike at the airport and I have no way to fly to Orlando? I was like, shit. The only way to get from one side of the United States to the other is either to rent a car and drive myself, oh my God, or take a Greyhound bus, because there's no bullet train to go from West Coast to East Coast. I wish there was. I wish it was like Europe. I could just hop on a fucking train, pardon my French, and be across the country in a few hours, but we're not that civilized yet. So I'm probably gonna end up taking a Greyhound bus. Oh my God. I could drive, but I'm like, do I really want to do that? I haven't driven in 3 years, guys. Like, I mean, I could do it, but it would take me literally, and then I don't drive at night. I hate driving at night. So just driving through the day across the United States would probably take me a week to get from California, maybe a week and a half, spending the night everywhere, wasting all this money on a rental car. I might just take a freaking bus. I don't know. God help us all. I just really hope the airport is open and working in September. I'm gonna cry. I'm like, daughter, come get me. Drive all the way to California and come get your mama. She's gonna be like, Mom, I can't do that. Anyway, back to your comments. Okay, Jenny, is it Genoviva? Hello, hello. Oh, Amtrak. Yeah, I forgot about it. Does Amtrak run west to east? I thought they were only north to south. I know, the bus and the Amtrak would take forever. I know, right? That would be my entire vacation. I'm only there 4 weeks, and then I gotta fly back. That's what's gonna be a killer. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't have that situation. You know what I mean? Right, Lily? Exactly. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, baby. Fingers crossed. Now, I know there's a lot of regulars in my live stream, and I appreciate you, but if anybody's new in here and you don't know what this thing's about, my name's Tami, and I'm an expat from Orlando, Florida, and I live in the capital of Cambodia. And if you have any questions, like if you're thinking about moving out here to Cambodia and you want to know the cost of living or the visas or whatever, I'll try to answer the best I can. So yeah, that's what I do. These live streams run Mondays and Fridays, and I know it's probably late for you if you're in the United States. Usually a lot of people are asleep by this time. For you, the guys and gals that are in here, my regulars never sleep, I guess. You guys never sleep, right? Is that why you're always on these live streams? Because, you know, I'm 12 hours apart. So obviously when I'm shooting in the afternoon out here in Cambodia, it's like mid-morning over there. So yeah, definitely mid-morning. Looking fabulous? Hi, Jamie James. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Lily, you're silly. This is not live. Yes, it is. Is it live or is it Memorex? Do you guys remember that old commercial? Is it live or is it Memorex? I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying. Must be the tea. Hello. Hello. Gringo 100. Yeah, I guess I am a gringo. Neighbor, please. Neighbor, please. What's up? Is it a mo? Neighbor, please. Yeah. 4:20 Eastern Time. Totally remember it. Oh, you remember that commercial, Maven? Yeah, you're around my age. Is it live or is it Memorex? What was Memorex? Was that a camera? I'm trying to think. I forget what exactly that product was. Was it like a tape recorder? You know, this was like back in the 80s or something, or was it a camera? Because I don't remember what Memorex was. Or is it a computer? I forget what it was. While we're on that subject, oh, it was a film. Okay, Michael, thanks. A cassette tape? Is that what that was? Damn, we're all showing our age. Holy shit. I remember buying vinyl records. Okay. Cassette tape, sound tech, cassettes. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, if we're going to go down memory lane, I remember in my, my mid-teenage years, you know, when the albums were out, you guys know, come on, the vinyl records, bro, the 45s and the 33s. My dad had a killer stereo system. Oh, he had the big speakers in the living room. I was 16 at the time. Of course, my mom and dad had to work, right? So they both worked till 5, but when I got out of school, it was only like, I got home at 3:30, so I had the place to myself for like an hour at least. I'd go home and I would put on, like, I was into heavy metal back then. You know, the mid-'80s was the big hair metal days and all that stuff. Motley Crue, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, Iron Maiden. I'm trying to think of all the albums I had. Van Halen. I think there's, Dio. I loved Ronnie James Dio. Oh my God, all of them. So what I would do, I would go home. I'd put on one of those loud, like jamming out 33s. My dad's boom boxes. I'd crank that stereo was like top number 10. It was as loud as it can go. And we had a neighbor that lived up front. We lived in a duplex. My mom and dad owned the duplex. I lived in the back with my mom and dad, and then we rented out the front. So there was a single woman that lived up front. She hated my guts. I didn't really like her anyway, so I was like, I don't care. So sometimes she'd be home in the afternoon and sometimes she wouldn't. But I would blast that stereo so freaking loud, you'd be hearing, "Riding with the Devil." It's, you know, level 10. Or Highway to Hell. You know, I loved a lot of the old AC/DC, and then she complained to my mom and dad, "She's playing that music too loud." My mom and dad didn't care. You shouldn't play it so loud. And then that's later on, my dad bought me a set of you remember the headphones? My dad bought me these big, bulky headphones back in the day with the cushions on them. He's like, "Look, we need to keep these tenants to pay the rent. So please, instead of blasting this and scaring them away, put these headphones on and just blast your ears out that way." So then it switched to that. But yeah, those were fun days. I'd invite my girlfriend over. Her name was Angel, but she really wasn't one, you know what I mean? She'd bring her album collection over, and we'd just have a jam party. I mean, honestly, I'd use the headphones at night so I wouldn't bother my parents, but when I was home for that 1 hour, I really didn't care. I would blast the stereo, so we lost a lot of tenants, needless to say. I was so bad. Okay, back to your comments, sorry. Went down memory lane. Went down memory lane, guys. Went down memory lane. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. We're getting ready to make a drink. So cassette tape, sound tape. Oh yeah, it was cassette tape. Okay. Everyone got Memorex? Oh, okay. Pretty Cat says vinyl records are the hip thing to do. The sound quality is great. Yeah, they're coming back now. Yeah, Van Halen. Yeah, T. Patrick. Their first album was great. Thanks, David Jones. You like my ponytail? Cool. Okay, yeah, let me ask you. Okay, you're asking my... I'm sorry. Pretty Cat, let me get to your visa renewal question a minute. Oh my gosh, yeah, Heaven and Hell with Ronnie James Dio. Yes, BF guy, absolutely. Pretty Cat says, listen to albums and sneak into Dad's liquor cabinet. Okay, Booty Cat, I'll get to your visa renewal question, but there was no liquor cabinet. The liquor was right out in the open. My mom used to buy these giant jugs of wine because they were cheaper. You know, the cheap, what was it called? It started with a D. I forget the name of, I don't know, it was some burgundy. It was nasty. You drink a little bit of that and you got like a buzz headache. But it was right out in the open. Wait, what's going on here? Hold on, I'll tell you guys. What are we doing? Hold on. What is this? Oh, Swenson's. They're advertising their ice cream thing. That's funny. Let's catch these guys in the act. This guy's sleeping. Like, I really don't give two fucks. Okay. Anyway, yeah, no liquor cabinet. It was right out in the open. My dad drank Busch beer. That was his absolute favorite beer. My mom was drinking those giant jugs of wine. They were all in the side cabinet in the kitchen. I was never into the beer, but I would drink some of my mom's wine. But my thing back in the day was smoking, you know what? The Mary Jane. Oh yeah, I smoked a lot back in high school. I don't smoke anymore, but hey, there's something about catching a buzz and listening to Ronnie James Dio that'll send you to another level. I'm just saying. Okay. Sorry, Putty Cat. Let me get to your thing about visa renewal. Yes, you can renew your visas as often as you want, as long as your passport is valid within at least 6 months. You can renew for 6 months, multi-entry, or you can renew for 12 months, multi-entry, or you can do single entry. But I mean, if you're going to plan to live here, you might as well get the multi. I pay $170 for a 6-month multi-entry for my visa, and that's my retirement visa. You can pay $300 for a 12-month renewal multi-entry visa, okay? So $300 for the year, $170 for 6 months. And of course the cost of the visa agent, tack that on. It could be anywhere from another, depending on where you go, it can be another maybe $15 service fee up to $50 for the big one, for the $300 one. Yeah, so as long as you have a valid passport and you got the money, that's all you need. Now, if you are not of retirement age, let's say you're under 55, you have to be 55 or older to get the retirement visa out here. That's okay. You can still pay the same price. You'll just get a different type of visa, which is called an ordinary or e-visa. Or they also call it a business visa. It's one and the same. And then you can just renew that as long as you know, keep yourself normal. I mean, don't be doing crazy shit out here. Don't act all stupid and crazy. Stay within the law. If you're not a problem to them at being, you know, part of their community, then you can live here as long as you want. As long as you're valid, you keep renewing your visas. Because, you know, that's another thing, like when you renew your leases out here for your apartments, the landlord is going to ask you for a copy of your visa because they have to, by law, record that they have a foreigner living on their property. So just think, you know, if you think, well, I'm just going to get one visa and let it go and not ever renew it, they'll never know. Yes, they will. Because a lot of these, I mean, because these landlords, if they don't report the visa, they get fined. I don't know how much it is a day, but they don't want to pay it, and they will kick you out. Like if my landlady asked me for a copy of my visa yesterday so she can finalize my lease, which I'm signing tomorrow. But if mine was invalid, she probably would not renew my lease. She'd probably be like, look, you need to get this thing renewed before I renew your lease. Now, can you possibly find a landlord who might skirt around that? Anything's possible out here, right? But is it legal? No. I mean, you're really taking a chance, so. I'm just saying, bro. That's how it works out here. Okay, back to your comments. Sorry. Project Drunk Guy says we can tell. Yeah, I guess you can. After years of that, you can tell. Dago Red Wine? I don't know what kind of name it was. I have no idea. See, Patrick says we'd raid the fridge for my dad's Pabst Blue Ribbon. Oh, yeah. Well, that's another one my dad used to drink. But he was a big Busch beer drinker. Pabst was number 2. Tammy the pothead, one of us. Yes, VF guy. Michael Cross. Okay, Michael wants to know, is there any discrimination with being a foreigner and renting? Let's get to that question. No, none whatsoever. In fact, they welcome foreigners out here because they want the money. This is an upcoming city, country. They're finally getting their piece of the pie. You know that old, we finally got a piece of the pie. Was it Jefferson's? Anyway, going off on another rant. It's Cambodia's time to get the piece of the pie. Thailand's already had it. Vietnam's already had it. Cambodia wants it, and they're hungry for it. They are an upcoming city, man. Like, they're on their way up. And they have no discrimination. Like, nothing but warmth from my landlady, from the people I've met out here. Now, are there some assholes? Of course there are. There's assholes everywhere you go in the world, right? Or there's going to be people that have bad days, you know? Maybe they don't want to smile today. It's okay. It's cool. I get it. We're all human. But on the majority of the time, the majority of the people that I've ran into do not discriminate against Westerners. And, you know, and beyond popular belief, like a lot of people think that they're out to rip you off. I think at the markets it might be more true because, you know, they don't really have price tags on their stuff and they can give you the foreigner price versus the local price, right? But when you're in places like this, in this Western Mall, everything's got a price tag on it. And whether you're a foreigner or you're a local, you're going to pick up that item, you're going to walk to the register, and you're going to pay what the tag says. They are not going to switch the price on you just because you're a Westerner. So, and that's what I like. I mean, some people dig the haggle, you know, like some people like to go to the Russian market or the Central market and they like to like haggle. That's not my shtick. I don't have the energy to haggle. I'm too damn lazy. I'm like, unless I'm really, really in the mood, I'm just being playful. I've done that a few times. Like I'll walk in and they'll be like, I'll say, well, how much for these pair of sunglasses? I've done this like in Vietnam. How much for these sunglasses? She'll go, for you, $10. I said, no. I said, I'll give you $5 for it. She'll go, no, for you, special price, $7. And I'll go, $5.50. She'll go, do it for $6. I said, okay, $6, we got a deal. So you just have to keep going back and forth, but I just don't have the energy anymore out here. I'd rather just get a price tag and I'm done. But I hope that answers that question. Back to your comments. Wow. Okay. Samuel Duggins. Maybe it's Maybelline? I don't know, maybe. VF guy says, I hate haggling. Yeah, no shit. I don't like it either. I'm not a haggler. Like, I'd rather walk into one of these stores and just, there's a price, and I just take it to the register and pay it. That's it. I totally agree. Putty Cats, Tammy, the wheeler dealer. Well, I did wheel and deal my landlady last 6 months because I did get $20 off my rent. Now that's where it counts. That's what I recommend you do, is save the haggling for the big stuff like your rent. Because some of them they'll work with you on that. Now I already know the price range for the neighborhood I'm in. is $300 and up. So there's no way I could talk her down below $300. That's just the market out there. In fact, she won't even budge below $330. She's like, look, I got to pay my mortgage, and the lowest I can go is $330, because she still owes money on the property where I'm renting. That's why she has no qualms about collecting $3,000 from me up front and giving me a 1-month discount. But I'm like, girl, if I was rich, I'd give you that $3,000, but I'm not. I'm not a big YouTuber like Mr. Beast. If I was Mr. Beast and I was pulling in 20 grand a month, I'd give you that money in a heartbeat, girl. I ain't no Mr. Beast. I might be a Mrs. Beast in other ways. Oh, shit. Okay. BF Guy says, I hate shopping. God created Amazon just for me, so I don't have to go out shopping. I love it. I love it. Now, oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys something. Speaking of Amazon, now you can order things on Amazon from here, but it's super expensive to have it shipped unless they have like a, what do you call, a local dispensary somewhere in Southeast Asia. But I heard from an expat friend of mine that lives out here, this is going to sound really crazy, but it works, and I can hook you up for this same deal. And I know my hair be looking all crazy. Hey, but anyway, he said that he went on this Facebook group out here, and there's some lady in this Facebook group that lives in California that will collect your Amazon shipments. Like, in other words, you can send your shipment, if you order in Cambodia, instead of having it directly shipped to you, because you know when you buy something, they put extra packaging in it and they make it heavier than it should be. She said, I'll get your package in the United States, I'll take out all the fluff, I'll repackage it where it's lighter, and then you just pay me a small fee and I'll send the package to you from my house. And he did that because he checked the reviews out, and this chick's pretty legit. Everybody raves about her. Like, she saves them a lot of money, because like when you ship things in here to Cambodia, if things are heavy or they cost more than, let's say, $300, they're going to charge you what do they call it, an immigration fee or some kind of shipping fee, let's put it that way, which can cost hundreds of dollars to get your stuff. So if the package is lighter, you bypass all that. So I have yet to try it, because he was like, look, if you need anything from the States, get with me, I'll have it shipped to her, she'll ship it to me, and then I'll give it to you. I was like, that's so gangsta. That's so gangsta. We're gonna have to try that. If I end up doing that, guys, I'll let you know. There might be a day where I'll have to order something like that. T. Patrick says, gotta have my books. You know, there's a lot of bookstores out here. There's some cool bookstores out here, guys. Really cool. Take a look over here. What's for dinner on this Friday evening? Pizza? No, I'm actually cooking chicken tonight. And oh, that's what it's called, Maven, right? Customs fee. Slurms Podcast. I have no idea what that comment's about, but okay. Michael Cross says that's a lot of middlemen just for getting something shipped, although if you're buying a lot of stuff, probably a good deal if person is legit. Yeah, she's evidently legit, because people in the Facebook group swear by her. She's been doing it for a while, and that's how he turned on to her. And he had something shipped directly to her, and she shipped it over, and he had no problems, so it works. Is it Saturday? No, it's actually Friday afternoon. It's Friday afternoon. Yeah, baby. Friday afternoon. I think things are picking up. I think it's going on 3:30ish, 4 o'clock. I'm hearing more kids, so I'm thinking school's out. It's got to be about 3:30 right now. Those shoes down there are really expensive. Let me zoom in. Are they called Havanas? Like, we're talking 40 bucks and up for a pair. I mean, they're just flip-flops, my God. Because they're designer shoes. Yeah, no way. Are they into Taylor Swift? I don't know. I don't think so. Taylor who? I'll tell you, the majority of the music I hear out here is Asian. The younger Khmer people, or just say Asian people in general, because it's a mixed bag out here, but like in my neighborhood, it's strictly locals, right? They're all Khmer, and there's a mix of Chinese. I have Chinese neighbors and I have Khmer neighbors. And you know, like last night, they had a big party till about 10:30 last night. And sometimes they play like mellow Asian jams, you know what I mean? Like you got the it's hard to explain, but it's really nice music. I like it. Oh, singing like that. And then other times you hear them play, like I think the younger ones like that sort of techno. I wouldn't say, I've heard some Khmer rap out here. I've heard some rap music. Cambodian rap is actually pretty wild. It's off the chain. But they also play some kind of techno music out here. I'm not a big techno fan. You know, you hear the boom, chum, boom, like that stuff. That stuff will drive you batty. Ooh, I'm already half batty. I don't need to be more batty, so. But no, I honestly, you know how you go into these different department stores and well, you probably don't, but they play Western music out here, but they play a lot of hits from the 70s and the 80s, believe it or not. Like in my grocery store, I hear 70s music, classic soft rock 70s. I hear, I even heard Van Halen in there. I was like, they play Guns N' Roses. I'm like, this stuff is like considered classic rock, but they're playing it out here. I have never heard Taylor Swift. Anywhere I've been, I've never heard Taylor Swift. I'm not a super big Taylor Swift fan. I'm not even a Taylor Swift fan. I'm just not. I like a lot of different music, but I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. But no, these kids aren't into that. Nobody's into it. It's Asia, baby. They ain't into that stuff. Yeah. Barry Manilow. Yeah, you know, I haven't heard any of Barry. That's one I haven't heard. No Barry out here. They'd have to listen to you play Pink Floyd. Oh my gosh, I love Pink Floyd. Us, 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 us. And them, 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 them. And after all, we're only ordinary men. Men. Like my version? That's my Pink Floyd version. I had Pink Floyd on my mind the other day. It wasn't that song, it was something else. What's that one where he's singing about, shit, I can't think of all this other music going in my head. Something about like, you're gonna get an injection, you'll be all right. Go on with the show or something like that. I don't know, it's like a druggy song. If you like that? That one I know. Pink Floyd's a trip. Pink Floyd be trippy. Oh yeah, it's from The Wall, yeah. Of course, Brick in the Wall. Gotta love that, that's a classic. All we are just bricks in a wall. Like this, right? Check it out. Of course, I don't think, well, I guess these are real bricks. All we are just bricks in a wall. You know, honestly, that's exactly how I felt when I was working for the man years ago. I don't know if you guys know my background, but I used to work for an insurance company. God help me. And I worked there for 24 years, which is super crazy. Hold on. I think my going. All right. Kitty Cat wants to know, is there a soft pretzel store? No, but they do have a French fry store. Bye, Maven. Yeah, take care. Do your thing, girl. There's a Brands outlet place. Do your thing, girl. Yeah, no, I wish they did have a soft pretzel store. That's one thing I haven't seen out here. I've seen hot dogs. They love hot dogs out here. Sausages. No soft pretzels. That's so crazy. I love the salted salt pretzels. But they have like this little potato shack thing. I've yet to try it, but they have like different kind of like those fat potato fries, and you can get any kind of topping on it. Like you can get one with garlic and cheese, all melted cheese on top of garlic. You can do combinations. You can go sweet, maybe get caramel and salt or something on it. Pizza flavor, like they got all this stuff that you can put on top of these like potato wedges. And I'm like, maybe one day I will try that. I just haven't gotten around to, like, either I'm not hungry or whatever. Because I know one thing, they have a place in the front of the mall here where you can get an ice cream cone, one scoop for 99 cents. I may swing in there and get me an ice cream cone before I hit the road. Maybe, we'll see. Depends, because I do want to go upstairs and maybe grab a bite to eat, because that yuzu house is looking pretty fly. It might be calling my name. Gotta try these places, man. Gotta try them. Is pizza better out there? No. I have yet to find a good pizza place. I mean, some places are okay if it's real, authentic Italian. There's a chain out here called the Pizza Corner. It's okay. I mean, the prices are reasonable, but unless you specifically see on the menu that the sauce is Italian sauce, or, you know, marinara or something like that, all their pizzas are made with ketchup. Why ketchup? I don't know. It's some Southeast Asian thing that they love ketchup on their pizzas. And the first time I had a ketchup pizza, it freaked me out. I was like, what is this? Like, it tasted really sweet. I was like, and then she gives me a jar of more ketchup to put on it. I don't know. They're like into ketchup on their pizza. So you have to be careful when you buy a pizza out here, because all of it is made with ketchup. So to find an authentic Italian joint that actually sells pizza with marinara sauce, you got to really look. You can find them, but their toppings are weird too. Like, it's hard to find a pizza out here with just pepperoni and cheese. I know that sounds so basic, especially in the United States, but out here, pepperoni's not a thing. I guess it's hard for them to get hold of pepperoni out here. Like, the closest thing you can get to pepperoni is ham. Let me think what else. Sausage. They'll put sausage on there, or they'll put slices of ham. Again, if you find an authentic Italian pizza shop, you might get pepperoni. Then they like to put shrimp. They put shrimp on their pizza, guys. Like, they have seafood pizzas out here. I can't. Just think about shrimp and ketchup on a pizza. Doesn't that sound a little weird? I don't know, man. Some things are a little bizarro out here, and I just can't wrap my taste buds around it. But yeah, that's what the pizza scene's like. I know, gross, right? It is. They're too expensive now? Oh my God, T Patchy, you and your happy pizza, bro. I have yet to try it. I'm scared. I think one day I'll try it. I don't know. One day. Pizza's too expensive now. How much is pizza, VF guy? What are we talking about? 30 bucks for a large? Like, what's on it? Is it just a single topping? And where are you getting them from? Like, okay, I remember when I lived back in the States, my go-to pizza joints were Domino's, Little Caesars. I think those are it. We had a Pizza Hut in town, but it was too expensive. Little Caesars was cheaper, and then Domino's would be my second. But this was like back in the late 90s. I would order pizza and shit. Yeah, I don't even know what kind of pizzas they got now in the States. Let me see. 30 for a large. Go get some Havanas. I'd love to. Nicholas says, make your own pizza dough flour, olive oil, salt, American lager beer. Okay. Okay, the only thing is, though, I don't have an oven in my place. Like, my place is very basic. I have a gas stove top, no microwave, no oven. And I don't really miss having a microwave or an oven. I do everything in one pot, basically. I just cook, like, all my meat and vegetables in one pot on the gas stove. And, like, tonight, I'm going to throw in a chicken thigh, with the skin and the bone. Just throw a chicken thigh in there and throw in, I don't know, maybe some carrots. I have some carrots left over from last week. Onions, garlic, spices, herbs. I throw all that stuff together and make one big pot. It fills me up. That's pretty much my dinner. Let me check your comments out here. You guys are rolling in with the comments. BF Guy, basic. New York pizza department here in Arizona. Domino's is gross. I believe it. Red Devil in Phoenix. Okay, is that a name of a pizza joint? I've never heard of them. BF Guy says, I can't live without a microwave and a toaster oven. Well, you can. I mean, once you get out here, you'll get used to it. I mean, I know most guys that move out here don't want to cook. They're not into cooking, and I get it. If you're a single guy, you probably don't want to cook. You can still hit up cheap places out here. Like, you don't have to go to these, like, roadside stands for $2 and buy a fried banana. I mean, if you want to, you can. They have apps out here that you can order food and have it delivered to you for like $6. From any restaurant in town. Just depends on what you order and how much you get. Or you can go to any local cafe near you or a restaurant and spend under $10 for a really good meal. So if you don't have a microwave or an oven, or you're not into cooking when you move out to Cambodia, you have cheap options. If you're like me, I mostly only eat 2 meals a day. I don't know, I just eat when I'm hungry or when I wake up, right? I usually don't wake up till later, and I eat a couple meals a day. So if you only ate a couple meals a day and you spent maybe $6, $7 on a meal, so what are we talking about? $15 a day on food? Now, it could get a little pricey. If you did that 7 days a week, that's going to be more than a grocery haul. Like with my grocery shopping, well, I went grocery shopping yesterday. I did spend a little bit more than I did the week before. The week before I only spent $16 because I didn't need much groceries. This week I spent $31 because I needed more stuff, like garbage bags and stuff like that. But still, $31 and I can eat for an entire week, you know what I mean? It's cheaper for me to just cook at home, and then when I go out to places like this, I buy a $2 drink, or I pick up a munchie, like that ice cream for 99 cents. Or if I'm really hungry, I'll go up maybe to like this Burger Boy, probably get something for $3. It's still cheap. It's easy to do. And you'll get used to it. You don't actually, I thought in a million years I would need a microwave for the rest of my life. And you can live without it, believe me. You don't need it. You'll get used to it. Yes? Okay, Nicholas says yes. So that's one of your pizza places. BF guy's a grazer. Yeah, I'm about that. Yeah, it depends. Pete Pablo's Uber out there or Lyft. They have apps that are similar to Uber and Lyft, but there is no Uber or Lyft. I'll tell you what they have. There's a bunch of them. There's more than two. There's a lot of competition out here. One is called Grab, like grab you. I use that all the time. You can hook your credit card up to their app and then just pay for the ride right there in the app, and there's no haggling. They pull up in like 3 minutes or less, and you take off. It's like having a personal driver at your beck and call. It's super cool. There's another app that's called Powwow, I think, or Pow Now, something crazy. There's another one called Pass App. Now that one you can't use a credit card, it's cash only. So you either got to carry exact change, because a lot of them will not have change. I don't have any change, madame. You know why? Because that's how they get their tips from you. So that's the only reason I don't use that. And I get it, it's a hustle. That's how they make extra cash, right? They just claim not to have change, and they keep the difference. So what are you going to do? Not pay them? You have to pay them. So yeah, they have Pass App, Grab, Pow Now, something else called Tada, T-A-D-A. All these are apps. That's 4. I know there's two more, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But there's at least 4 to 6 of them out here. So there's a lot of competition, which I think is good, because I know back in the States, if you only got 2 options, how much is a ride now? I don't even know. I haven't been in the country in 3 years. Like, if I wanted to drive, let's say I wanted to do a 15-minute ride by Uber right now in the United States, what would it cost me? I know each region of the country is different, but tell me with you guys, like where you live, what does a 15-minute ride cost? I'm scared. Tell me. It's probably $50, right? I will tell you what a 15-minute ride costs here through the Grab app. $2. Sometimes $1.75. Depends on how fast they can get to your place. Yeah, I only pay like, at the most, unless I'm going way out of town. If I'm going way out of town, it's a $4 ride one way. If I'm halfway in, like this 20-minute ride to get to the mall here, cost me $2.50, and it'll cost me $2.50 to get back home. So $5 in transportation. I love it. But yeah, tell me how much it costs for an Uber now. I'm scared. Lit Mag. Somebody says 30 in Houston. Oh, shoot. Pete Pablo says, well, Gandhi moving out there if they stop the war. What war are we talking about? Like, I'm oblivious. Which one is it now? I'm oblivious, guys. I mean, I know we still got the Russian-Ukraine thing, and I try not to, like, follow the American stuff anymore. Like, unless you tell me, I don't really know. Unless my kids say something, I don't know. What's happening now? Is it Iran? I don't like to talk politics. Last I heard, it was us and Iran. I don't know. Israel. Is that the war we're talking about? Like, there's so many of them going on. I'm just like, which one is it? Woohoo! And why can't you leave? I know if you were in the Middle East, you would get stuck. I saw this one YouTuber, what's his name? Gabriel Traveler. I watch him a lot. He's been on YouTube for like 15 plus years. That guy's an OG. He was flying, he had a connecting flight in the Middle East before that war started. And then he was there to catch a flight to India, and he got stuck because the airport got shut down. He was in Qatar, and he got stuck, man. And if it wasn't for one of his YouTube subscribers that offered to drive him out of Qatar across to UAE, and then from UAE he had to cross the border down to Oman. Oman's airport was open, and he was allowed to get the hell out of there, but the airport at UAE and Qatar was shut down because they were starting to shoot bombs, I think, somewhere in his area. And I was like, I would be scared shitless. If that happened to me and I got stuck in that, I'd be like, holy shit, we gotta figure a way out of here. He said he couldn't leave by air, and he couldn't leave by sea. They had, what do you call, cruise ships that were stuck in the ports. They weren't allowed to leave because bombed, they were moving targets. So he had to find a way to get down to Oman, and he barely got out of there. And I was like, bro, oh my God. Like, he said the bombs were like coming to his hotel. He could hear them, and he could feel the hotel shaking. And he said, like, in Qatar, they were having, what do you call those, missile blockers or something? The ones that shoot them out of the sky. And he says that they were running out of those. And he's like, I'm getting out of here. He goes, man, the next one could just hit this hotel and I'm dead. And I was like, bro, that's a scary thing, scary position to be in. So anyway, yeah. I think that's what we're talking about, right? Fred Hinkle says hello. Hey, Fred, what's up? What's Southern Indiana up to? It's the first day of spring? Oh, that's awesome. Is Cambodia and Thailand lobbying bullets? Not sure what you mean by that, BF guy. I don't know. Pete's like, let's leave it alone. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. Let's definitely leave it alone. I'm just enjoying life in Cambodia. I'm just enjoying it, man. But one thing I do want to say, if you are new here, I know most of you are regulars, but you know, I gotta say my spiel. But if you're new here, what I do is I help people move out here. So I'm gonna do a shameless plug. If you need help retiring and moving to Cambodia, especially in the capital, which is Phnom Penh, I can help you. We can cut through all the red tape. I can save hours of time and anxiety. I can help you find an apartment. I can help you get lined up with the right visa, possibly some health insurance, any of that. I'm your contact on the ground who speaks English. I can get you to where you need to be, get your boots on the ground, get you set up, and then, you know, you take off like a little birdie out of the nest. That everybody needs a helping hand, you know what I mean? So if you are one of those people, hit me up. My email, if you want to just write me with some questions, is Tami, Tami, at nextstepunknown.com. And this stuff will be in the description after the live stream. You'll be able to catch it. So if you don't have a pen, don't worry. I'll try to answer your questions best I can. Or if you do want to work with me, I either work with people virtually. We can do it over the, it's a Google Meet, like a Zoom call. And we can do a discovery call. I give 30-minute free discovery calls so I can see what it is that you need my help with. And then after that, you know, you pay by the hour for my service. So you can go to my website, nextstepunknown.me. And I'll be happy to work with you either virtually to get you set up before you get out here, or you can do the 30-minute free call virtually and then actually wait till you get here in Phnom Penh. And like you're saying, you know, I need help finding an apartment. Then save that hour that you paid for, and I'll ride with you. I'll get you hooked up with my real estate agent. I'll ride with you to these apartments, give you my 2 cents on what I think, you know, if it's a good side of town. If it's not, we'll get you set up. Okay, so that's what I do. So I just wanted to like plug that in before my phone died. You know how it is. Let me get a few more questions and then we're going to wrap it up, okay? All right. Hey, dude, what's up? What's up, dude? Hey, dude, what's up? Oh, Jose sent another sticker. Let's go, Jose. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. And a flower? Dude, you're too nice. Thank you. Super cool, super cool. You are awesome. But yeah, this is the mall, one of the malls out here. Looks like we're picking up with customers. Things are starting to happen. We're at the, what do you call, where am I? I've already made drink my drink. It's called Cafe Amazon. It's one of many chains of, what do you call, coffee shops out here. Head Enterprise. Do they really use, oh, I'm sorry, I had my finger over that. Do they really use US currency more than their own over there? I wouldn't say all the time. They use US currency, but it's not all the time. And I'll tell you what, like when I had my phone service the other day, it was 30 bucks cash. I didn't have $30 in their money, but I had a $100 bill. And it was sort of folded. They're very picky. I mean, the money has to be crispy clean. It can't be bent, torn, marked on. The US dollar, in other words. It has to be perfect condition. Mine was folded because I had it in my bra wallet, right? I said, dude, this is all I got. I thought you took credit cards. I can give you a $100 bill right now. You can just give me change back in reals. And he's like, he goes, why is it wet? I said, well, it's in my bra pocket and I've been sweating all day and that's why it's wet. So I give him a sweaty $100 bill. And then it was folded. So he's like, looking, he's holding it up and he's like trying to smooth it out. I said, look, I just got it out of the ATM like yesterday. It's a legit bill. He goes, I got to go across the street and check this money out through a machine. So evidently they check the money out through the machines out here. Dude was gone for 45 minutes. I was sitting at the shop waiting on him because he says, I got to go get your change, but I have to go run your money through a machine to validate it. And he finally came back. I was nervous. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, do they think it's counterfeit? So they're really picky about the US dollar. They'll take it, but they're picky. So my best advice, you can go to the ATM and you can get either a US dollar or you can get a real. If you just need spending money out here, then get reals. That's their currency. That's what I use to buy stuff like this, right? But if you want to pay your rent, because that's large notes, like my rent and my utilities comes to $400 a month, give and take. I just take 4 $100 bills out of the ATM and I give it to my landlady and she gives me change in reals. She's not picky. She's cool even if it's folded. She's good with it. So, but the banks I hear are supposedly getting better, that they do have to take the money even if it's a little creased. They're trying to ease up on the strictness of it because they know not everybody has perfectly, you know, flat. I mean, if I can demonstrate, like you want it super flat. Not everybody carries money like that in perfect shape, but it is doable. Good question. Excellent. Excellent question. Okay, looks like we're all caught up. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I have some more shopping to do before I head back before the traffic gets crazy out here. Traffic does get pretty crazy out here, especially after 4 when all the kids get out of school and everything. So, thank you for all the OGs that have come in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the newbies that have popped in that are curious about Cambodia and asking your questions. I appreciate and respect you too. Again, I do these live streams Mondays and Fridays in the afternoon. So if you don't catch all of it, you can also hit the replay. There might be some interesting questions that I've answered that you might want to catch later, right? And of course, don't forget to, you know, subscribe if you want to. And if you need help moving out here, go and check out my services, which I will put in the description below. You'll see my website. website, my email info. And yeah, I think I've covered everything. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Love you very much. Appreciate everybody in the live stream. And I'm going to leave you with one last look at the mall in Phnom Penh.